Welcome in, Starlights. I know I'm a little late, but I wanted to take my time on this video. And considering my track record of only uploading once per year, 2 weeks late is pretty good. I just finished rewatching the Knights of Guinevere pilot, and I have many thoughts. Personally, I'm just excited about how cool the aesthetics are. The color theory is absolutely amazing, and I am all about those cyberpunk vibes. It honestly reminds me so much of Dana's personal art, which makes sense because this is the first time she's had a show where she didn't have super heavy restrictions from a big studio. So, very cool to see. So, Park Planet. Clearly a commentary on Disney. The pollution, the control over Gwen's image, the way everything has to be perfect. They literally dump trash over the side of the planet just so they don't have to deal with it. They quite clearly do not care about people or the damage they're doing. I personally find Olivia to be a really interesting character. Her being told at the start, "You're here now," really stuck out to me. It implies she was kind of taken against her will or that she's not allowed to be anywhere else. And the hints about her mother, like the portrait, make it seem like something really bad happened to her. Oh, what's that guy's name again? What is the guy's name in Knights? The hints about her mother, like the portrait, make it seem like something really bad happened to her, and maybe Orville was involved and gave her Park Planet as an apology. We don't know, I'm very excited to find out. But it does feel like Gwen is a stand-in for her mother, which pretty much everyone has pointed out by now. She's perfect, maternal, symmetrical, quite literally crafted to Olivia's specifications. The drawings even show how precise Olivia wants her to be, you know, very perfectionist. But personally, what I find most interesting is how the pilot kind of sneaks up on you with those eerie vibes. Sudden yanking on Gwen's guts from Olivia shows just how brutal she can be. Olivia isn't just some poor child, she's essentially tortured Gwen for who knows how long. Taking her apart and putting her back together who knows how many times. Olivia is also very casual about Gwen escaping, which likely means it happens a lot. Or has at least happened enough times for her to be used to it. Frankie and Andy, our main characters, are quite interesting as a pair. Frankie was called Francesca as a child, or, you know, that's just her legal name, but now mostly goes by Frankie or even Franklin, at least by Sparky. I was gonna say this could imply that she may be genderqueer. However, Dana has said she isn't. Personally, I actually think that's really cool to see representation of a cis female who's actually really strong, but still has some traditional femininity, but not completely. I think that's quite neat. Frankie herself has a stronger build, wearing overalls from her factory work, and I like that she still has those little flourishes, like her cute little heart earring. I love it so much. She's also missing teeth, which is likely from Sparky. I mean, it's quite implied that he plucks out her teeth when she misbehaves, so that's unsettling. She also really loves that princess vibe, talking to her robots like they're little woodland creatures. And while she looks up to Andy and acts like Andy's a lot smarter than her, Frankie is actually a low-key genius when it comes to engineering. There's that moment where she suggests why something might not be working, Andy fixes it, and it actually does work, which implies that she had it right and Andy actually did use her suggestion. Later, she instantly repairs that machine at the factory, which I think implies that she's gonna be the one to fix Gwen. Well, I mean, it's quite heavily implied already, but you know, I think she can do it. She's pretty smart. She's basically a genius. Meanwhile, Andy is very tired looking and very no-nonsense. She almost gives me Reagan vibes from Inside Job. I know a lot of people have gotten that already, but, you know, just extending those vibes further. We don't get too much on Andy yet, as Frankie kind of leads the story. We kind of just get Andy being dragged along like the no-nonsense sidekick she is. But I'm very excited to see what they do with her character in the future. Moving on to Sparky, our favourite man kisser. Him not wanting Frankie to work in the labs is very interesting. Maybe he's protecting her from some weird creepy stuff he knows about that we don't know yet. Or maybe it's just because the exposure to that blue blood kind of organic disgusting thing was in all the robots. It seems to lead to a sickness called blue lung, which Andy might have, we're not 100% sure, but we do see her covering the mouth when the smoke comes up in that scene where they're like running away. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Future me, insert a picture of that scene if I can remember to do that. When she spit shakes with Sparky, you can see the blue on her hands. We can't be sure if that came from Sparky or Andy herself, and I'm quite interested to see more. One of the most interesting details to me is Frankie's hallucinations. She's called Francesca by that weird little cat thing, and I think that might just be because Francesca is the more princessy sounding name, and when she hallucinates those, it's more like a princess talking to woodland creatures. The way she sees the world is just kinda different. It's like she filters it through this magical lens of princesses that makes life a little bit more bearable. She just tries to see everything as how she was when she was a child, and she really wants to give that to other people. When Gwen saves her, Frankie hallucinates her as this perfect princess, just like how she looks in the commercials. It's like she's hallucinating this more magical version of reality where a princess comes to save her. It almost feels like a stress response. Kinda like how I use my own magical girl universe. Moving on to some world building hints. The bit with Reggie denying Andy service because she's a crownie definitely makes a lot of sense.
Come on, I just need change for the vending machine. I'll tip you 10p.
Read the sign.
What? Crownie? Me?
Don't do that.
I really like that scene. I mean, you wouldn't want to serve someone working for the people quite literally destroying your planet. But at the same time, everyone needs money, everyone needs to live, just like Andy says. I really like that scene because no one's technically wrong. I mean, I don't know if I would give service to someone helping people destroy my planet, even though it's not technically her fault, which is what makes it a good scene. Also interesting is that guy who spits on Andy and says you're polishing the wrong scepter.
You're polishing the wrong scepter, crownie.
It feels like a bit of a world building hint. Like, is there another thing to polish? Is there someone else to help? Or is he more just saying you should care about the people and not serve Park Planet? Back to Gwen for a sec. She isn't programmed to scream.
But the Gwendroid screamed. Yeah, but they're not programmed to scream. No.
It suggests that she's more than just a replica of Olivia's mom or a robot. Repairing her literally looks more like surgery than fixing any sort of robot I've ever seen. Honestly, all the androids seem to have way too much organic material. It's creepy and unsettling, and I kinda love it. It definitely feels like there's something organic going on in those machines, definitely not just robots. And finally, circling back to Olivia herself. She almost acts more childlike as an old woman than she ever did as a kid. It's like her ability to process everything that's happened has regressed over time, leaving her trapped in this cycle of grief and obsession. She clings to Gwen as if it's the last piece of comfort she has left, which is very possible as it's not likely Orville survived unless he's been robotically enhanced somehow. Which is also possible. When she learns Gwen made it off Park Planet, she absolutely breaks down.
No, my poor dear Guinevere. She must be so confused and lost. Bring her back, won't you? Oh, bring her back. Bring her back. Bring her back. Bring her back. Please, I have to fix her again. I'll do better this time.
I'm very interested to see where her character goes in the future, to see if she regresses more or gets more aggressive as time goes on, fearing even more that Gwen will completely abandon her, that she'll lose her forever. And that's all I really have to say. Overall, Pilot absolutely blew me away. The aesthetics, the characters, the themes, it is all so rich and I cannot wait to see where it goes next. Thank you all so much for watching. Sorry about the more sketchy drawing this time. I didn't have time to do a full piece like I did for my short, and I tend to prefer doing posters in portrait mode, which doesn't look very nice for a YouTube video. But if you did enjoy this video, let me know, and let me know if you want to hear my thoughts on any other shows. That's all for now, and I'll see you later. Bye!